The day started like any other. I woke up, brushed my teeth, got some water, took my vitamins, just a daily routine, you know? Little did I know my life would change forever. I know I said the day started like any other, but the rest of the day was going to be a special one. The first day of my first job. Sure, it was just a cashier at the grocery store, but it was still a great motivator after being stuck in a depressive cycle of being too afraid to get any job. So I walked out of the house and to my job. But it was then when I experienced the first oddity of the day. In hindsight, I realize now it was more of an omen. As I walked out of the door, I saw a strange sign taped to the light post. It read, "Hey baby, how you doing? You looking fine." When I first read it, I kinda laughed to myself, thinking it was either some kid deciding to mess with people or a prostitute ad. But regardless of what it was, I just brushed it off and went on my way. Once I made it to the store and got myself accustomed to everything, it was smooth sailing for a few hours. There weren't many customers, mostly on account of me living in a pretty small town, but when the few did show, they were nice and didn't leave any sour taste in my mouth. Repeat this for a few months, with the addition of a new tape sign being added every week. It was almost like clockwork, and each time it always read the same thing. Since I was working at the store for a while now and hardly anyone ever showed, I was entrusted to close the store by myself. I was anxious like most people would be having their first solo closing shift, and it almost went perfectly. If only I hadn't answered the phone. It was about 10 minutes before I would leave the store when it rang. It startled me quite a bit. The store had been completely silent save for my footsteps and quiet humming until then. After calming myself down, I went to answer the phone. "Hello?" It was silent. Is someone there?" Silent again. That is, until right when I was about to hang up.
"Hey, baby."
The man spoke with some sort of accent that sounded like someone trying to do an Eastern American accent, but failing miserably.
"How you doing?
"I think you have the wrong number."
You looking fine."
The way he dragged out the word "fine" sent shivers down my spine. I hung up the phone after, feeling incredibly uneasy. But when I turned around, there was someone out the window, knocking and saying,
"Hey, baby. How you doing? You looking fine."
over and over. He's still there as I'm writing this, but now he's starting to bang on the window. I don't want to know what horror awaits me out there. The store is a gun with only a couple bullets in it. Whatever is out there, I'm not staying to find out.
Woohoo! Yeah, story's over!